Hi everyone and welcome. If you work with factory machines and PLCs, you have probably heard of a programming language called structured test or just ST. Maybe it looks complicated or maybe it even feels a little scary. I will show you exactly how simple it is to start writing code with it. Right. So let's start. ST is text-based programming language. Right. What it means that when we write programs we use text, right? Like letter logic, when we write letter logic we use symbols, right? So ST is text based programming language, right? It allows PLC programmers to write code using actual words as opposed to symbols, right? ST is, for lack of better word, feared by many PLC programmers, right? So PLC programmer fear ST. Why? Because they are proficient in ladder logic. In ladder logic we just use symbols like NONC, counter symbols, timer symbols, right? So these symbols are easy to use and we are used to it. So when we see ST language it looks little difficult, right? So ST can be easier to understand than the more popular direct logic programming language. Let's see how. Right. You need to memorize certain keywords as opposed to memorizing exotic symbols. Right. For the inexperienced, ST may seem like exotic concept. We will look at it how it is simple, and we will learn in the future videos how to write a structured text language. Right. Why ST is important, right? LL is excellent programming language interface for relatively straightforward projects. When we need to program a motor to turn on, turn off, ladder logic is nice, right? It is very easy to program simple languages, simple programming, right? But for complex projects, we need a language like ST, right? That can be used for advanced math calculations. Right. In truth, the future of PLC programming is ST. Right. What it means that in future we are going to use artificial intelligence, IoT, and other advanced concepts. Uh, right. This means that actually LL was is not made for in the artificial intelligence, IoT, and other advanced concepts. Right. So the future of PLC programming is ST. ST is important because it is more capable of handling future-based technologies. As time ticks on, the new technologies such as IoT and artificial will become more prevalent, which are technologies that LL was never designed for. Right. Now let's look at how structured tests are organized and how we can program structured test. Right. So there are two blocks. One is variable block and another is logic block. What is variable block? So in variable block we just write variables, like if we need to calculate the area of radius, area of circle, then there are two variables, radius and area. So we will write those variable in variable block, and in logic block we will write how area will be calculated, right? Like here we can see area 3.14 into, this is exponential syntax, right? We will learn this in our lecture how this syntax is followed, right? Now how we will program this language, in which software? So there is free software Codesys, which we will use to learn structured text, right? It is extremely powerful. It is like Visual Studio or PyCharm, right? But it is made for PLC programming, right? So it has a built-in simulator also, uh, like other PLC softwares, which will help us to learn without any PLC hardware. Codesys supports all primary languages, right? All the languages supported by IC 61313, right? Which is used to program PLCs. Let's see Codesys. Our Codesys successfully opened. Click on new project. Right. New project. A standard project. Right. In a standard project, there will be default two blocks opened. Right. Let's see. Here we will select a structured text. Right. We have all the program language used to program PLC, but we will select a structured text. Okay. So our programming interface is opened. Right. We double click here. PLC program. Right. Now you can see there is two blocks. Here we will write variable block. Here this is logic block. Right. Here we will write all the variables. Here we will write the logic. So what will be our variables? So here we will write ADI radius uh, assigned. Which type of data is this? It's integer, right? Integer data. Let's take integer data, right? And our area, area. Uh, which type of data is this? Let's take it real, right? Because we are going to multiply with it with 3.14. So let's take it real, right? Now here we will write the logic, right? So let's write area. Uh, here we will assign it with the formula, right? Here this is assignment operator. Here we are assigning some value to the area, right? So here we will write the formula 3.14, right? Here we will multiply it with here this star symbol and write expt, that was expt, right? Its syntax is radius, radius. We will write it as per syntax, right? F2, right? To expt radius. Yes, this is actually like this. So this is semicolon. Now we will check for any errors here. Generate code, right? If there will be any error here, this will show, right? Here I am getting 0 errors. There is no errors. So let's first we will go to online and start simulation, right? Simulation. Then we will click on login. Yes. Okay. Now let's assign some radius value. By default it is assigned 0. So let's assign some radius value. Double click it and write it. Let's write 5. 5 is the radius, right? On now right click here. We can see first that this is in a stop mode. This program is not running, so we will not see any value here for now until we start this program. So first we will modify the value, write all values, Right now this becomes 5 radius value. Now when we run the program, this value will be changed, area value will be changed to 5 square into 3.14. Right, so here start the program. Right, so 5 square into 3.14 is equal to 78.5. So we successfully executed the program. Now we have tested the program. We will stop the program here. Right, so and log out to go to our programming menu. Here we have seen that this is variable block and this is logic block, and how it works and how to simulate the program also. Right, for the installation guide of Codesys, if you want the installation procedure, write in the comment. I will try to make a video on it. Thank you guys for it. If you want extra documents, go to neurodic.org. You will find some of the documents related to the lecture.